Hi everyone. So apologies if my voice sounds a little bit funny. I've been suffering with a cold for the last few weeks and it just won't seem to go. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be looking at this absolutely amazing Lego Batmobile set. It is the 1989 Batmobile and it is set number 76139. So this came out on Black Friday for £220. And for that you get 3,306 pieces and 3 minifigs. I also got, one second, this mini version of the Batmobile, which is set number 40433. So I can't remember the exact count, but I think it's maybe 436 pieces or something like that. And yeah, I will be I'll probably actually do a build of this as well as speed build and review separately. I've seen people selling these on their own for like £60, which is a bit crazy. But yeah, I definitely plan to build this and display it with the big one. So yeah, this one looks pretty cool as well, but I'll do that separately. I also got, I don't have it here, or yes I do, hang on. I also got the Christmas tree with it, which you can already see on my channel where I built it and reviewed it, so that's a nice set as well. So yeah, although this is an expensive set, got some good freebies with it. Right, so yeah, this is the box, the front of the box, really stands out compared to other Lego sets. And this is obviously one of the sides where I've opened it, but yeah, I think the box just looks amazing. Very chunky and heavy. I'll try and turn it around carefully because the actual set is behind it. So you've got this really cool, there it is, you can see how big it is already. Yeah, some really cool box art on the side. There we go. It's always tricky one-handed. Yeah, so there's the back of the box. You can see the dimensions of the set. So it is 60.8 centimeters long, or 23.9 inches. So yeah, it is huge. I'll have to find a space, or make a space actually to put this. And yeah, there you can see the 3 minifigs that you get and the nice little UCS style plaque. So yeah, that is it for the box. So let's move that out of the way. If I can find a place to put it. And yeah, so just move my chair. There it is. And before I delve into the details of the Batmobile itself, a quick look at the book. So unusually, it's actually got a picture of the real Batmobile on the front instead of the Lego one, which is quite nice. And yeah, some very good pictures inside. And feel free to pause this if you want to read it. I'll try and get closer to the text. So I've read through all this. It just kind of gives you a little brief summary of the Tim Burton 1989 movie, a little bit about when Batman started, and the usual kind of meet the designers and a bit about the process, how they went about designing it. So yeah, I think a huge amount of work went into this. Some of the techniques used to make it and to pull off all these kind of shapes. Well, yeah, you'll see when I look at it in more detail, but yeah, it really went together well. Maybe that's better. Maybe the light's a bit too bright. Apologies, guys. Let's try this a bit differently. Yeah, I think that's better. A bit too bright. Yeah, and then it mentions the kind of the new elements they had to make, in particular the new cowl and cape for Batman. So yeah, lots to see, lots to read. Yeah, so the final page before it gets into it, 3.5 kilos of bricks, So it is a heavy set, and that's it. And then in total, it's yeah, nearly around 400 pages. Let's do things a little bit differently. Let's look at actually the spare pieces. So you get one of the nice, well, it's not a spare piece, but you get one of these nice, what is this, teal, I think, brick separators. So, interestingly, I have this left. So if anyone else knows that you meant to have that left, I don't think I've missed it. I've gone through the book and I couldn't see where that goes. So that, if I very quickly find it in the back of the manual, it shows these three like train wheels as one piece. So I guess they come in a set. So two of them are used on the nose of the Batmobile. So I believe that this piece is meant to be left over. But yeah, if anyone knows otherwise, then please tell me. And then in terms of other spare pieces, all little small bits, but you get like a spare gun. What else do we get? I think one of these nice little printed. Sorry, I'm having real trouble with lighting today, along with my terrible voice. Yeah, so a little printed piece there. Yeah, batarang, the usual kind of small bits, nothing too exciting. So yeah, I think that's enough, and it's time to look at the real thing. So we have our minifigs. So I'd say the only thing I probably don't, I was going to say don't like, but maybe this kind of stand. I know it's meant to represent kind of the rooftop at the end of the 1989 Batman film. So I can understand why they kind of did this stand, but I think I would prefer the kind of Star Wars UCS style one where the plaque is kind of where the figures can sit. Just looks a bit, yeah, as part of a rooftop it would be fine. It just looks a bit strange to me as a stand, but that's just me nitpicking really. So yeah, in terms of our minifigs, we have Vicky Vale and Batman, and then the Joker. And Vicky Vale, I mean, she's obviously well, maybe not for everyone, but for me, she's kind of the least interesting. But she still looks pretty good. Kind of retro style camera, I think it looks decent. She does have a second face, which is that one. Let's put her, have a look at that with the hair on. So not bad, but I think I prefer the kind of neutral original face. Let's just put her to one side for now. And then if we look at Batman himself, so I think he looks really cool. I've not actually checked, but I imagine that people will be selling him separately for quite a decent amount of money. So yeah, he's got a grappling gun, the Batarang, but I think it's this all-in-one cowl and cape that looks really cool. So it's quite kind of like a soft kind of rubber. So hopefully it's a bit durable and won't break. But I will be trying to keep Logan away from this particular Batman figure. Like there's plenty over there that he can play with. So it'll be interesting to see if they release this version in other sets. I'd guess probably not, because like you can see from his cape that it'd be very difficult to fit him in a smaller Batmobile. So I'd guess that he may just stay exclusive to this set. He does have a second face, but I'm not sure if I can actually get it off with one hand. Yeah, let's switch to the tripod. Hang on a sec. Okay, that's a bit better now. I can properly show you this minifig. And yeah, apologies again for my voice, and if I'm talking a lot more than usual. Not been getting much sleep lately either. Let's see if we can get that on with a different face. I might have to take the weapons off. So that's the alternate face, and it's fine, but I think this one is much better. I think because this is meant to be more kind of serious Batman. I think that face works better for me. And then finally we have Jack Nicholson style Joker. So I just think he looks awesome. I guess all three of these minifigs are going to be quite popular and pricey to buy on their own. But yeah, he's definitely going to be a collectible one. Just the one face, but he doesn't need another face. Very nice printing. And yeah, he just looks cool. I'm not sure what that mark is on the back. That's not good. I'll have to see if that comes off. I didn't notice that before. But anyway, at least it's on the back. So yeah, he looks good. So that is it for the minifigs. Let's move those to one side and get on to the main thing. So as you can see, it is huge. I will have to move back a little bit. Move my chair back. And yeah, it's absolutely ginormous. So you get this nice UCS style type plaque, which just gives you a little bit of detail. So yeah, you can read that for yourself. But yeah, it's nice to get. And this is actually connected to a little kind of spinning stand, which I'll briefly show you in a minute when I pick the Batmobile up. But basically what it means is you can very easily change the angle you want to display it at. Let's go back to one-handed, I think. Get some better angles on this. So yeah, if you are able to display this on a table instead of on a shelf, then you can very easy and very nicely change the angles of it, because yeah, I mean, you can see for yourself, it looks amazing from every angle. The detail in it is incredible. The only concern I've got with this is going to be keeping it clean and protecting it from dust, but some of the angles and shapes they've managed to put together on this, just yeah, unlike anything I've seen before really. I think I'd say in terms of the build, obviously this is a 16+ set, so it was, I guess it was a challenge. As long as you pay attention, it's okay. As you'll know if you've watched any of my builds, occasionally I do the odd silly mistake, but I really did focus on this one. It probably took me, I would guess, maybe 10 hours or so altogether, but I think some sets I get through quite quickly, but this was one where I was kind of purposely taking it slow, because I'm doing a little bit each night, because it was such an enjoyable build. I didn't want to like rush through it and finish it. Just some of the techniques used just to get all these shapes. Yeah, you'll see for yourself if you buy it, and I would definitely recommend this set, although it is pricey. But if you're a Batman fan, then I think you won't be disappointed. But yeah, just the way these wings are put together. There's so many different sections of this where it's you build one or two pieces and then join them up to make the final kind of shape. So like these are made in two kind of sections, but just how it's all connected is, yeah, just unlike other sets I've seen. To have so kind of few studs on show as well. So like for example, these pieces here, these are just silver roller skates stacked up. But just very effective. I believe these back wheels are the same as the ones on the Batman Tumbler, and then these are, I guess, other ones you'd get in Technic sets. So in terms of stickers, so there's a sticker there and one on the other side. Yeah, I think that's a sticker as well. So there's not too many really, and obviously a big one there for the plaque. Yeah, just very cool set to look at. There is actually, behind these lights, there are white stickers, which I think are kind of, Lego have gone over the top with that. Like, you're never really going to see them, but it's just, it shows the kind of level of detail that they went to. I'm not sure if you can actually, yeah, you can probably see them. So they do make a difference, but it's unlikely you're going to be looking at that. In terms of the front, this doesn't move, it is as it is, but you can just see the shape. The shapes they've managed to get on this is just unbelievable, really. So yeah, the cockpit slides very nicely open. It's very kind of sleek, tilts up and down very nicely to slot in place. And then for the interior, so it's not Obviously the minifigs are going to be oversized to sit in there, sorry, undersized to go in there. So it's not really intended to have a figure in there, unless you've got a maybe a non-Lego toy you'd want to put in there. So I think it's mainly on the steering wheel, that's a printed piece. The rest is made up of some small stickers, but yeah, nothing major. Just your usual kind of cockpit type stickers you have on other sets. Lots of dials and gauges you can see, or hopefully you can see. Maybe that's a better shot of the stickers. You can turn the wheels with the steering wheel, but it is quite tricky because it's a very heavy set and it's quite a small steering wheel and awkward to get your hands in there. But I mean, this is not, it's not a set you're going to be playing with and driving around really, so that doesn't really matter. But yeah, you can see even inside, very good detail. So you can easily adjust the wheels if you want to kind of change the look when you're posing it. So on the back, you need to turn this, and then that will actually activate the action feature within this set. So you may or may not know where it is. So yeah, let's line this up nicely, and then I can show you how that works. Okay, so let's take a look at the action feature. So you turn the bit at the back, and out pop the guns. So yeah, it works pretty smoothly. I know some people have had trouble with this bit, or with these bits falling off, but they seem fine to me. So I don't know if maybe people didn't have them on tight enough, but yeah, they seem solid enough for me. So yeah, there is obviously some Technic bits and pieces that go all the way through to activate that. But yeah, works fairly smoothly. Some stickers on each side for that, and that's it really. Works quite nicely. Let's do that one more time quickly, because I think basically if I turn it a little bit quicker, hopefully we'll get a more dramatic action on it. Yeah, so there we go, a bit more like what you'd see in the film. So I think that's pretty cool, nice and smooth. So a nice little action feature, which I will be showing Logan later when he wakes up. It's actually around 5 AM or something filming this video, because I can't sleep because of this cold. So yeah, there we are. That's kind of my thoughts on this set really. Sorry if I rambled on a bit, but I think this is one of those sets where you almost don't really need to say too much about it. It's just kind of see for yourself. And yeah, the only other thing maybe to just show you, so that is the kind of little stand it's on. So just quite basic, easy to put together. It doesn't connect, it just sits in there, so it's not a big deal to have it on there, or easily to remove it. You can just line it up, and as long as you line it up properly, there we are, it's back in place. So yeah, all in all, I don't tend to do kind of ratings out of 10 on sets, but I would have to say that I think I would give this a 10. Literally the only thing I could nitpick about would be this, and that's just a handful of parts, not even really worth mentioning. So I think this is almost a perfect Lego set. Even if you're not a huge Batman fan, I think you'll definitely enjoy the build of it, just the techniques used to put it together. If you're into mocks, then I think this would be a good set to get. Obviously not just to get a load of black parts, but purely just for some of the techniques that you would learn from this set. Yeah, that's it. Highly recommended. Very much enjoyed it, and I do have the Batman tumbler in my backlog, so I will probably finally build that soon, and maybe do a kind of side by side, show you how they compare in terms of size. So yeah, I will try and get onto that one soon. Oh, one thing I didn't mention briefly is on the wheels. These are nice printed pieces. Unfortunately, you don't get a spare one, so make sure you don't lose them. Yeah, there we are. So I think that's more than enough talking from me today. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and I will talk to you again soon.